Hello, collective. Welcome to energy reading. Excuse the layout, but let's get into it. Okay, your go-to song is "Don't You Remember." Okay, so they're feeling like you're not remembering something correctly, or you don't remember, you don't want to remember, and they're here like they do, but you don't. Flip it around. It could be a feminine energy you're watching for. It could be a masculine, but it's kind of like the overall message is "Don't you remember." Okay. This is like the second time I have a remembering type of song when it comes to your messages collective. The last one was a twin flame coded "Don't you remember the times," and now it's like "Don't you remember." So I don't. There could be correlation. This time you're watching for feminine. The last time you were watching for masculine. Okay, but a feminine energy is like "Don't you remember?" Remember, right? I'm going to make this your quote unquote channeled message, okay? And for the rest of you guys, we're gonna base it on the lyrics. If you resonate where it's like this specific song by this artist, that entire lyric is a message in itself. That is your go-to, okay? I got this song on the 1st of January, so at the beginning of the year, okay? Actually, no, it was the 1st of February, sorry. But maybe they got the realization for some at the beginning of 2025. It's like, I need collective to remember this, okay? I also got the name Brittany, and something about 14 years ago. And lastly, needed on paper. So, we're gonna do a channeled version for the lyric and what I mentioned, and then I'm gonna clarify the specifics, aka the name and 14 years ago and so forth. Okay? Hopefully it makes sense. So, based on the lyrics, I'm gonna just go with the title and what I channeled. I don't want to read it. You can do so if you want to. Okay? Because I don't feel the need to do so. So based on the cards, some of them are dealing with energetic vampires or narcissistic people that is draining their energy. Okay, so it could be like a third party coming in and fucking things up, or they feel like a third party fucked things up between you and them. Okay. So for instance, collective, this person, they were energy vampire. They warned you about this. You didn't think so much about it. You didn't listen. And at the beginning of the year, or at least in February, your person is like, well, if they don't want to see it, never mind. Okay? Or you could have been this person that told them, the energy you're in or around you, is they're low-key narcissistic. They're low-key draining your energy, right? It could be people that they had fun with, is giving, just be fun with in terms of like in a karmic way. So for instance, they were always out and partying or doing drugs or smoking, and you're like, this is freaking draining. This is not the frequency you want to be in. You could have mentioned this to them, and it's probably there was a person in their environment that's like, fuck collective, right? Or the other way around. You could have been like, why are you dealing with these people? Dealing with the person you're thinking of, they're not a good influence. So it could have been like, collective, the person you're thinking of, they're an energy vampire. Or the person you're dealing with, they could have got some sort of information feeling like you were one at some point. Okay? But like, that was not a message from spirit. Okay? That was a message from people that were jealous and envious and wanted to sabotage. Okay? So now, going based what I said before, they have love for you, you have love for them, but it was the energetic vampires that was kind of like sabotage and they didn't like the fact that you guys were happy. Okay? Now I'm also getting, for a small portion, they could have been the energy that drained you, or vice versa. But overall, it's giving the other people didn't like the fact that you were on some good vibrations with your person, or they were on good vibrations with you, and they didn't like it. It's that simple, okay? So now they're kind of like I said, at the beginning of the year or February, because I mentioned January here, they could have been like, damn, why doesn't collective remember the times that we had? It was good. I loved them. They loved me. I remember. Why don't they? Okay? We also got Kundalini energy, so you guys could have experienced that with your person as well. So I think that's it for the card. Why don't you remember? Because I do. Should that be the title? I know. So on to the specific. We got don't worry about a thing. So that is a message for somebody. Don't worry about a thing. So if there were any worries, don't worry. Okay? I'm also giving that's a confirmation for somebody. Or that could be somebody saying, like, don't worry about a thing. They were always very careless about, like, don't sweat it, don't worry. Maybe always anxious about something, and they're always kind of like, chill out. Overall, we can also take it as you thought that there was an issue between you and your person. There was actually no issue. I feel like it was just illusions. Okay? But based on the cards there, we got this one. So apparently somebody's upset because no, for somebody it was not illusion. Somebody actually got hurt. Okay, somebody was actually hurt because somebody that didn't give a fuck. So maybe somebody cared too much and another person cared too little, which led to this heartache. Okay, 36 could also be symbolic in terms of age or timeline. So that's for somebody specific. On to the next one. We got Brittany. Somebody could also be from the UK. I'm also tuning into. In terms of Brittany, they're feeling like this is same shit, different day. Okay? That's what they're feeling. And to be quite honest, they're quite depressed about it. And that's it. That's the same shit, different day. They're wishing for something else, or they wish that things would change. It's kind of like what they saw in their vision and their dream is not what's happening in reality. Brittany's feelings for you, other than what I mentioned here. Ooh, okay, so basically they kind of want to be in a relationship, but they're not quite sure. We got these two cards as well. It's like, okay, so they still want to be in some sort of relationship with you, but to date you, to move in with you, to have it serious, it's a different question. Okay, collective? I'm gonna flip it now. Brittany, if you're watching, your message towards you. So we got water, sign, tropical. So it could be that they're gonna be quite emotional right now, or you could be dealing with a water sign, right? What they want Brittany is to have some sort of dinner, open up their emotions to you. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, we also got this card as well, Brittany. So they want this, but I feel like they need to start slow. So however they move in relation to Brittany, they're not gonna go in that pace yet. As an example, dinner in a movie, and then over time, that specific card that I show, okay, because they are very much attracted to you. So there's that. I'm tuning in today. You probably don't want anything to do with them, because I'm still channeling same shit, different day. Somebody could also suffer from depression, or somebody feels depressed because it's the same shit, different day. Okay, Brittany or not. I think that's everything in terms of the specifics. Let's see here. Let's check the list. Oh yeah, 14 years ago. So something happened 14 years ago. Maybe this is something that should have been like, you should remember what happened 14 years ago. Let's see what this is about. We got 23, we got patient. It could be that somebody was always there, always patient, or been waiting, but I waited for 14 years. And somebody seems to forget about the energy they put in 14 years ago. What's relevant? So, 14 years ago, there was some sort of like, message in your dreams or something. Somebody remembered something. There could have been some sort of astral projection, some sort of message here, as in, I don't know, maybe you saw them 14 years ago in a dream, and that was like your confirmation, and all of a sudden somebody's kind of like acting like that didn't mean shit. It's either that, or being waiting, or a memory that kind of opened up 14 years ago that needed to kind of be like looked into. For some of you guys, there was some sort of spell work that happened 14 years ago, okay, or been going on as well. So we got bad intention, good intentions, as you guys can see. So it's kind of like somebody was trying to make the good bad, the bad good. For instance, if it has to do with magic, as an example, you could have viewed your person as bad. They could have viewed you bad. Like the good is bad and the bad is good. For instance, you're the one that's an energetic vampire collective, but you were actually there for them and helped them, or vice versa. But they saw that as something negative because of spell work or something they saw in their dream. Okay? For some of you guys, you could have suffered from this spell work, and it could have gone on for like 17 years, 14 years, perhaps 17 years ago. So it could have been in a situation where it's like every time love came in, there was always some bullshit that took place, and you could have saw something in your dream and you based that off that. Maybe your dreams have been tampered for the last 14 years in relation to love. If you know, magic is a thing. I'm not gonna lie. Spell work is a thing. It does take place. I know my YouTube is trying to make my freaking channel love and light and not go so deep into my messages. Hence why I'm trying to make, at least right now, my messages based on the lyrics. But the way it's going, as you guys can see, this is not lyric based. Okay. On that note, I feel like somebody could have memory swiped, tampered with your message, memory, energy in relation to your person, or vice versa, okay? And that's why it feels like a struggle. They could have also infused some sort of depression when it comes to a person or them. It's kind of like every time you guys get close together, there's some bullshit. You feel drained, you'll feel depressed, they're blaming you, vice versa. This needs to be cleansed, okay? Just prayer, fasting, salt baths, all of that, okay? A lot of magic, I personally believe, it stems from generations, specifically blood related. There is this thing called evil eye and envious, but for it to go on this long, I don't know if you guys heard it, I almost mentioned 17 years as well. So like, this is not like a small type of magic, okay? Yeah. I'm also getting the energy of like, there's always one person that always have to wait. and it never receives anything. Okay? So now it's like freedom is coming in. It's been 14 years and now I'm free. It's been 17 years and now I'm finally free. Right? And lastly, we got needed on paper. So maybe somebody tampered with your paper. Paper could also be symbolic for money. Okay? That could also been happening for 14 years or 17 years as well. But in terms of needed on paper, there's some sort of documents that needs to kind of be overlooked, clarified, copied, really be double checked. Okay, they could have also mentioned something that they didn't put in the documents. Okay, but let's do some card based. So you're loved. So what I'm getting here is this. Maybe you didn't think you have support, you were loved, but you actually are. And the documents will show this, okay? That the support was always there. Or they were trying to make, I felt, okay, something of this nature. Air sign could be symbolic. So probably there was always somebody that was by your side. But the documents was like, let me not complicate it. There was some sort of tampering with documents, okay? Or money. But nonetheless, you are loved. And air sign could have been involved, or you are the air sign. Please look that up, Vedic wise. It's not the same as tropical. I feel like somebody's upset that you're loved, or you could be, or whoever is a part, or when it comes to this money or document, okay? Needed in whatever the case may be, collective. Get it in paper, okay? Or get your paper back. But we're gonna wrap it up because I feel like I'm rambling right now. So thank you for stopping by. We're gonna add a little bit of initial time. Some first, middle, last initials. Somebody could also be a basketball player or into basketball. Like I'm channeling Kobe. Okay. That could be somebody's favorite athlete. But yeah. So first, middle, last initial. For some of you guys, I did like a reading and I put the name Cassandra. That could be your energy or somebody has this name as well. It's an audio insight. So if you resonate with that, you can go and check that out. Okay? So Cassandra, Kobe could be relevant here. I went like on a full breakdown on the name Cassandra. What else? Jamie could also be symbolic. Cassidy. I'm gonna do one card for Jamie. Just the name Jamie, okay? So we got this card. So somebody needs to get out of their ego, or they're seeing the truth for what it is. Cassidy. There's gonna be some sort of procrastination. Okay, number 8 could also be symbolic. What else? Kobe. There's gonna be a cycle or repetition again, but I do feel like it's for the better. Number 6 is also relevant. Or the 16 as well in terms of Kobe. And lastly, Cassandra. Just pull one card. So I feel like lessons are learned, or there's gonna be another lesson again. But it's gonna help you for your highest bliss good. I do feel like it's not gonna be easy, but I feel like this has to happen until you kind of get the 411. Okay, number 9 could also be symbolic. Cassandra, so we're dealing with Cassandra. Lastly, Thank you for stopping by. Good luck in your journey in life, and see you in the next reading.